Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to week number 2 of the RPA. This week we are taking on ACS and her team, the Millionaire Mudkips. So, going into this game, I got a 4-0 win week 1 versus Coach Fire and the Multiscale Aggrons. I'm looking to keep this momentum up, and I think I made a couple moves that will help keep this team's momentum up. So I decided to exhaust all my free agent transactions. And you may think like, oh, there's no reason to this, but no, there is definitely a good reason for it. I was finding that Keldeo wasn't doing well enough for what I wanted my water type to do, especially with the Zapdos and Scissor and a water type being like a crucial part of that defensive core. I really needed a very, very bulky water type. And I also found that Darmanitan wasn't really doing it for me either. I I don't know what it is about Darmanitan. I know it's a good Pokemon, but it's just it's not my speed. But with that being said, I decided to trade off. Well, this is like a couple upgrades with a trade-off, but I traded Keldeo for Suicune. I traded Darmanitan for Infernape. And as kind of a necessary evil, I traded away Noivern for Cyclizar. It can't use Shed Tail, but it still has a lot of nice utility. And then I traded Audino away for Bastiodon for like it's a 2.1. I needed to because trading away Darmanitan and Keldeo for Infernape Suicune was a bit too expensive. And yeah, I know my moves didn't really get appreciated a lot in this server, but that's okay. No one needs to appreciate it. It just matters if I like it, since I'm the one piloting the team. But given the fact that Suicune's going to be actually a bulky water type, and I really, really like Infernape, it's a nice, powerful mixed attacker, which I think my team could use like really, really badly. I really like the trades I made for my team. But that's for next week. We got we still got a game this week. So my team, you obviously know it. We got Chimpound, we got Zapdos, we got Scizor, we got Nidoking, we got all the gang. Their team, on the other hand, is pretty interesting. Wouldn't you say? So, first pick, they got Blaziken with Speed Boost. Obviously a monstrous threat. It has nice coverage and it has access to Swords Dance. So you could probably bring like they could probably bring like Swords Dance, Protect, stuff like that. Get the speed boost up, Swords Dance to boost their attack, and then they outpace and kill everything on my team. Flare Blitz into close combat hits most things super effectively. You may decide to bring like Thunder Punch or something for like Noivern just to hit it. But Noivern's not that bulky, and I think a plus 2 CC would hurt it, and I'm probably, if I bring Noivern, I'd probably be relying on hitting a Hurricane. But next up they have Orthworm. Orthworm is one of the Shed Tail users this year, not this year, in this league. I don't know where I said this year. Oh man, this is why I should do more than one take, but I like the one take. It has some charm to it, you know? But Orthworm, very, very bulky steel type. It's like steel, but without the ground type. But it has Shed Tail for pivoting, and where Orthworm's so slow, it's going to be, if it lives the hit and has enough HP for the substitute, or to put Shed Tail off, then it can like pivot into Dragonite or to Blaziken or Mega Gardevoir. Hell, even like Sharpedo or even Hisuian Electro for that matter. To get those things a free substitute and a free setup move. Next up, they have Gastrodon. Gastrodon's a very, very bulky spike stacker. Water ground type. It has Storm Drain, so if it gets hit by a water type move, its special attack gets boosted by one stage, and it's, well, immune to water. Uh, it has access to Chilling Water, Scald, Toxic, Ice Beam. Earth Power, generally fun moves like that, can recover its HP well with Recover. Um, and like I mentioned, it's a very, very good hazard stacker. I could see him, not him, I could see them bringing this as well as like Skarmory later, or they just decide to bring Orthworm. But yeah, next up they have Domfan, another physically defensive Pokemon, ground type, very reliable rapid spinner. And I've even seen some fun sets of like weakness policy rock polish, which they may decide to bring. I'm not entirely sure. But that's Domfan. I'm just gonna quickly go through this team because I realized in my last team builder I rambled for like 30 minutes. Um, Next up they have Dragonite. Dragonite, although it can't Terra, it's still a very, very threatening Pokemon. It can still run banded sets and Dragonite sets very effectively. It could be defensive if it wants to. Miltank's another defensive Pokemon. I think they ran it offensive week one, but Thick Fat and Scrappy are two really, really excellent abilities. Thick Fat can help it out versus Nidoking or Darmanitan. Nidoking with Ice Beam and Darmanitan with Flare Blitz. Scrappy can allow it to hit ghost types like Bramblegast with normal type moves. It also gets, I think, Stealth Rock. It has a nice base 100 speed tier. You faced it. You faced it in the Gen 2 games versus Whitney. You know it's annoying to deal with. So, yeah. Next up, they have Mega Gardevoir. Mega Gardevoir anchors down their special offense. Granted, it's one of their only special attackers aside from Hisuian Electrode. Sharpedo can act as a mixed attacker. Its special attack actually is not bad. You mainly think it's physical, but special Sharpedo is actually kinda nice. But Mega Gardevoir, it can set up with Calm Mind and stuff. And by virtue of it being Gardevoir, it has a lot of nice coverage. There's a lot of nice coverage. I think it's like Mystical Fire, Hyper Voice, Moonblast, I forget what else it gets. It gets a lot of attacks to hit my team super effectively. It's the one thing that I can't really switch in on. So that's not ideal. I'll probably have to do some trickery around it, just make sure I kill it before it kills me. Next up they have Skarmory. It's pretty much exactly like Gastrodon. Defensive Pokemon that sets rocks and spikes. It can do iron defense shenanigans. Roost, Defog. Defog to remove hazards, which is a bit counterintuitive since, well, a main strength of this team is the hazard stack. I would have expected to at least see, well, Donphan is their rapid spinner, but Skarmory is an alright defogger. I don't think it would appreciate defogging away its own hazards though. So that's one thing. You can also get Whirlwind for phasing. And yeah. So next up they have Sharpedo. Already touched on Sharpedo once. Very good mixed attacker and it can hit a lot of my stuff neutrally or super effectively. So if they bring that, I'll have to watch out for it. Dusknoir, defensive ghost type. I think I would have liked to see Dusclops in this slot instead. It's generally more bulkier, and yeah. But Dusknoir can use its ability Frisk to see what items I'm bringing. So if it brings it in on like I don't know, Nidoking, you can see I'm bringing like Life Orb or something. Then they have Hisuian Electro. They brought this set. I think they brought Choice Specs to Hisuian Electro, and I suspect they do the same if they bring it this time. But Hisuian Electro, it hits surprisingly hard for, well, what it is, an Electrode. The coverage of like Thunderbolt and Grass moves just absolutely go in on my team, and I'm not looking forward to having to play that. Brambleghast can check it, but am I really going to bring a Brambleghast versus a Blaziken, a Skarmory, a Dragonite, and an Orthworm? No, I am not bringing a Brambleghast versus that. But that is their team in a nutshell. I kind of rushed it towards the end because I just want to get this recorded. But that's, well, actually, let's see what they're going to bring. So, first off, I feel like it's obvious they're going to bring Blaziken Orthworm. I think they're going to bring Gastrodon. I think they bring Skarmory. I think they bring the Mega Gardevoir, and I feel like they bring Dragonite. That's just their immediate threats that I feel like they bring. I feel like Gastrodon could be like a Stallier set, maybe with rocks. So that way Skarmory doesn't have to run dual hazards. Skarmory would probably be a Spike set with Roost Defog and like Whirlwind or Toxic. Orthworm, Shed Tail user, Dragonite set up Dragon Dance, Blaziken set up Swords Dance, Mega Gardevoir set up Calm Mind. That's generally the team I think they're gonna bring. So that's, well, enough about their team. Let's get into what I am going to bring. So first off, I looked at their team and they don't really have a Nidoking answer. So I'm bringing my signature Nidoking set, the Timid Life Orb sub-attacking set. This is so good. I love this thing. If you catch it on a switch, so like if I get it in on like Skarmory or something or Orthworm, I could sub up on a switch and just absolutely go to town with Earth Power, Flamethrower, and Ice Beam. Nothing switches in on this well, and I'm looking to take advantage of that. It also outpaces a solid chunk of their team. It has enough speed to outpace the D-Knight. I think, yeah, it has enough speed to outpace the D-Knight since I have 216 speed on it. So, yeah. Life Orb with Sheer Force, boosting the power of these moves, Earth Power, Flamethrower, and Ice Beam even more. And an interesting note with Sheer Force, if I hit the opponent with a move that gets boosted by Sheer Force, like Earth Power, Flamethrower, and Ice Beam, I do not take Life Orb recoil, but I still get the Life Orb boost. So that's going to be interesting to note. Next up, I decided to bring Zapdos. Zapdos is my main answer for the setup Dragonite. I have HP Ice Discharge, Roost, and Volt Switch, heavy-duty boots with max HP, max defense. And then the EVs are distributed in a special attack and speed. I put 4 speed on there just in case I wanted to outpace Miltank and not speed tie it. That may come in handy, I'm not entirely sure. But there's Zapdos set. I actually put static on it this time because getting static paras versus the D-Knot and the Blaziken will be invaluable to have. So next up, kind of completing my defensive core here, is going to be Scizor. So Scizor has leftovers with Technician, a bit of an obvious thing there. So then it has Bullet Punch, U-Turn, Roost, Defog. I decided I didn't want to fit Defog on Zapdos because I didn't think it could fit it. But 248 HP with 130 something attack, 112 attack Adamant. This attack allows me to just knock out Gardevoir with a Bullet Punch. So this will do just enough. You saw me do it with the Mega Deontay and it worked. I'm deciding to do it here and I hope it works. Rest is invested into Spadef. A little bit of speed investment just in case of Orthworm. So that way I can U-turn out on it and... Wait, no, it's not... Is it Orthworm? Orthworm hits like base 65, I think. But the speed's there for their base 65s that I might want to outpace and get a quick U-turn off on it. So, yeah. Next up, I have Keldeo. So, Keldeo and Screamtail are up next. So, Keldeo is going to be an Expert Belt attacking set with Icy Wind, Aura Sphere, Surf, and HP Grass. Pretty much max speed, max special attack with a little bit of Spadef investment. It's just there because, well, I didn't really have anywhere else to put it. So, Keldeo has Icy Wind for Dragonite. And this is important to note, it slows Dragonite down, so that way its Dragon Dance boost won't help it as much to outpace Keldeo. Surf generally hits their team hard, HP Grass for the Gastrodon, and Aura Sphere hits their team hard. This set can it can create nice openings for the rest of my team to go in, and yeah, that's Keldeo in a nutshell. Next up is Screamtail. I have leftovers, Photosynthesis, Wish Protect, Psychic Stealth Rocket. This is my Blaziken answer. Wish Protect for recovery, Psychic to hit the Blaziken, Stealth Rock for chip on everything, max HP, max defense, a little bit of SPDF investment, and yeah, that's a very self-explanatory set. It's designed to check Blaziken. It could check Dragonite if it wants to, but I want Zapdos to check Dragonite. And for Dragonite, I generally think I have enough counterplay for it, just mainly in the form of Zapdos. So, last Pokemon I'm bringing, I'll just move it up. It's Chinpao. You already knew. So, Chinpao is running a bit of an interesting EV spread this week. So, I was doing some calcs and I found that Chien-Pao could live a +2 Adamant Dragonite E speed, or extreme speed. And that just like is surprising to me because like my main attack would be Ice Shard if Dragonite was chipped. So the thing about E speed, it's a priority move obviously, but it goes before all other priority moves. So it would outpace my Ice Shard. And so Extreme Speed would kill my Chimpel, but with this set, as long as it's +2 and I'm at max HP, it does not kill. So that is very, very funny. I have enough speed to outpace Mega Gardevoir because his speed, or their speed tiers, drop off from Hisuian Electrode at base 150 all the way down to Mega Gardevoir and Miltank at base 100. Chien-Pao can run an Adamant Nature with 92 speed to hit that 329 speed tier, just outpacing Mega Gardevoir's max speed at 328. The rest of my moves are Ice Shard, Swords Dance, Ice Spinner, and Sacred Sword. I have Boots, so that way their hazard stack doesn't affect me as much. Chien-Pao is the one thing that I'm worried about, along with Zapdos, for my hazard stack, or for their hazard stack. Swords Dance boosts my attack. Literally everything drops to this if I can get it in at the right time. I'd need Blaziken off the field, which is going to be a bit problematic because they mainly use Blaziken as a late game queener, so I may have to expend Chien-Pao's usefulness earlier and then try to keep my defense alive for the Blaziken at the end. So that may be the game plan there, but regardless, I have no clue when this game's happening. It was supposed to happen last night, but my opponent ran into unfortunate circumstances. Uh, yeah, I'm not gonna mention it out of respect for them, but I will just catch you all in the battle when it happens. So peace. Well, peace now. I didn't have my hand on my mouse to hit the stop record button, but peace everyone. Alright, well, here we are in the battle. Uh, let's see, so, brought about what I expected, no Skarmory, which is intriguing. So, yeah, so no Skarmory, they instead opt to bring Donphan. If I can even get the Donphan over there. No Skarmory, brings Donphan instead, no Mega Gardevoir either. Okay, that's, interesting. So no Mega Gardevoir instead decides to bring the Electrode. I had a feeling the Electrode could come, but I was not sure. Oh, don't tell me I don't have Electrode on there. I actually do not have Electrode on there. Electrode. I actually don't have Electrode on there. Improvising. Desktop. Shoot. I actually don't know where it's at. Okay. There we go. Alright. Okay, so, looking at their team, Let's see here. So looking at their team, Mega Scissor does look pretty good. I think I may weed that just to get a U-turn off. Let's see. Wincon is probably going to be Dragonite or Blaziken. Hisuian Electrode doesn't have a great switch in, so yeah, I'm thinking honestly probably weed Zapdos as I lead with the Gastrodon. So, alright. I want to go into Scissor right here. They set rocks, which is okay. I thought they were gonna quit Toxic, to be honest, but eh, that's fine. Tank stuff decently well. HP Fire, okay. Which this is not ideal at all because I need this for the Electrode. Okay, we got a crit, which I'm not entirely sure mattered. Go out into this. They don't have a good switch in for this. I'm gonna click Icy Wind. I need to stop skipping turns too. Okay, so... And they do quick Dragon Dance, so Icy Wind worked. Alright, so... I think I should be able to kill it with Surf. Or Aura Sphere. How much is Keldeo doing? Keldeo... Let's see... we're not even choice specs, we're expert belt versus Dragonite. Offensive Dragon Dance. I think Aura Sphere even killed with Multiscale. Oh, it's E-Speed. We live. Alright. And here's the thing I'm worried about. So... I think I might be good just to probably let this thing go down. I think. Actually, no, I still need it. It's still gonna be useful. I think I gotta sack Scissor. They quit Giga Drain? I'll Bullet Punch to get damage off. They go into this. Which I think I'm just good to... Okay, so... They may try to go Blaziken here, but I do have some outs for it. So I think a Roost is kinda free. Do you have to go Blaziken? Alright, there is the Blaziken. I'll U-turn, see how much it does. U-turn around and find out. Okay, let's go into Zapdos now. Stone Edge, I'll live on 4. They quit close combat, which is probably their first mistake. One berry, that's a nice tech. Okay, so at -1, that last move's probably Flare Blitz. So, let me think. What do we think? What do we think? Let me calc Scream Tail, OU defensive, with a Psychic. Psychic versus a Blaziken, OU Sword Stance. Flare Blitz will kill me, but I'm planning on Terra Watering. Okay. I think this might be worth it. So I want to go Scream Tail. I want to Terra Water and then Psychic. Yep, exactly. And we We kill the Blaziken, so we're all good there. I am going to honestly wish I want to go into Keldeo, I think. Not enough HP to make a substitute. I'm thinking Electrode's going to be choice specs, so keeping this alive is going to be absolutely imperative. I'm going to quick Aura Sphere because they don't have a switch in. And Keldeo is getting a very, very good showing here. So, yeah, I'm I'm happy with Keldeo's performance. So, Keldeo can beat this and this. Or I could just do Nidoking, but I think they're going to quit the electric move. They Terra Grass. Okay. That is intriguing. I'll just U-turn here. That is choice specs. There's no way it isn't. I'm gonna just try to get this thing in and just try to sweep. Ice Spinner there. I wanna go Scream Tail here. We're gonna do some Wish Protect shenanigans. We do a little trolling. I just need damage. That's all I really need. Gonna keep rapid spinning. Trying to make sure I don't get rocks up, I guess. I don't really know. Scream Tail's done so much work this game. So, yeah, this is hopefully going to be a kind of stress-free win. Quick Protect, Psychic. I'm only doing this because I want to get the 4-0 instead of the 3-0. I need to make up some differential. Like, I really need to make up some differential. So, yeah. I'm just gonna Wish Protect again. Yeah, and as soon as the Electro comes in, I can Protect Scout what they want to do. They quit the grass move, so into Scissor we go. And U-turn, and we win the game, so nice 4-0 win there. Yeah. That was an interesting battle. I think I played it well. I don't think I needed to sack Nidoking there, but I honestly didn't need to because Scream Tail did so well. So I'm just gonna cut this recording here, and I will probably see you on the next game. So, peace.